How's it going, everybody? Moses here, and today I'd like to make another. I don't really want to call it a guide, but let's just call it an update on my next character in Path of Exile. This is my third character. It started out when I found this chest and was able to 6-link it, so I kind of wanted to make a melee build, the Death's Oath. Basically, there are way better chests out there for a build like this, but since I found this one, managed to 6-link it, I wanted to make a melee character, and that's what I did. It gives a lot of attacks, as you can see, some extra leech. You take chaos damage, enemies also take chaos damage, and a bunch of attributes, some elemental resistances. This is an armor-based chest piece. So yeah, I thought, what can I do? I found out that this item existed, and it series this favor, and I was able to 6-link that as well. It cost me about 260 chaos-ish, and I managed to 6-link these two items within about 50 fuses. It was pretty fun, so I decided, okay, let's make an axe character. It ended up being a Sunder character. So Sunder is the main skill. We have it right here. We have it linked with a melee physical damage support, multi-strike support, added fire damage, weapon elemental, and faster attacks. That's the current links for the Sunder. The secondary skill helps with single target is Ancestral War Chief. This is a totem right here that basically copies the copies your weapons damage, and yeah, give me a second here. Boom. So copies the weapon damage of your weapon and deals damage scaling off of that. This one is linked with melee physical, faster attacks, weapon elemental damage, added fire damage, increased area of effect, or concentrated effect. We're leveling both of these gems. Depends on whether we're single targeting against bosses or use it just to add some more damage to monsters as we're clearing. The clear speed is rather fast. I picked up, other than that, let's go quickly through the items. Since I started with that, I picked up a ring with a bunch of resistances, some life, some damage, some strength. Here we got really nice ring, add some physical damage, lots of life, some resistance. Here we got basically same idea, managed to balance our resistances to about the 175 point where we could do elemental weakness maps, and some stats, some resists, some damage on the amulet. On the helmet just got life and resists, armor evasion. On the gloves, these gloves are actually crafted myself. I found these spiked gloves that gives the implicit 10 to 20% increased melee damage. I cow spammed it, scour ulted it, and I ended up getting this really nice roll with attack speed, good life, good dexterity, and some cold resists as well. So about 400 armor gloves right there. Over here we got some move speed, double res, life, dexterity, some rarity, pretty nice gloves. Ideally I would want to get armor, but it's kind of tough. And in the belt slot, I actually managed to get this one for very cheap price, which was kind of like zero. A guy wanted like 4 exalted orbs for it, and what ended up happening is I whispered him. I told him, dude, I mean, end of the season. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't sell them in the 2-week mayhem. I appealed to his humanity, and he just simply ended up coming to, he switched the leagues and just basically gave me that belt for free. So I felt very good about that. Completely, secured my resistances. That was the last slot I wanted to kind of like balance my resistance so I could do elemental weakness, a whole lot of damage, and a whole lot of life as well. So yeah, it was listed for like 3 months. The guy didn't play, just sat on his inventory, and managed to get lucky, catch him online. Alright, so when it comes to the Lynx gems in the rest of the pieces, we got Leap Slam linked with Blood Magic, so we will be able to leap and won't have to rely on mana. It doesn't cost us too much at all, as a matter of fact. I mean, we barely see it, and we regenerate it. Like, so you see, my life doesn't go down as I leap, right? So that's Blood Magic, Leap Slam with faster attacks and Fortified to get the extra damage reduction. In the boots, we got Warlord's Mark with Blasphemy, which is a curse we're running as aura. That's the one. So Blasphemy increases the effect with the quality roll there, and Warlord's Mark allows us to leech, extra leech from enemies, and a chance to get endurance charges, which gives us some more damage reduction. Alright, and also we got Blood Rage, which is a buff that basically we lose life, but I out regen that over a period of 11 or 10 seconds or whatever. But basically what it does is increases our attack speed by a lot, and you know, so gives us also, you know, frenzy charges, and attack speed makes us basically a beast. Hatred for the extra cold damage. It takes out a lot, but I tried Herald of Ash, and it actually gives me less damage. And I don't know, I kind of like tested out and tried out all sorts of things. I ended up going with these two auras. I'm not saying they're necessarily the best possible. At some point I also had Arctic Armor with Herald of Ash and Blasphemy, Warlord's Mark, but I ended up going with the Hatred. It gives additional 35% multiplier at level 19, which it currently is at. I have a cast when damage taken, summon Flame Golem, just add some more damage. And I got also Val Lightning Trap and Enduring Cry. This is not affected by cast when damage taken, because cast when damage taken only works with spells. Enduring Cry is in fact a war cry, not a spell. So, and also way higher level than the low cast when damage taken. So this basically always lives and just gives us a nice little damage boost. Enduring Cry when we're you know, when we don't have the kills to feed the Warlord's Mark endurance charges, aka a boss fight, you know, I simply cast self-cast Enduring Cry, so I'll be able to sustain against single targets. Also Vile Lightning Trap that gets charges whenever we need some extra damage, throw that on the ground for the shock effect on monsters. So that's, I mean, basically it when it comes to the Flask setup. I tried a lot of things. I'm still not 100% on it. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna show you what I'm using. We got a Seething Life Flask Staunching for the bleed. Experimenters of Heat. Basalt Flask, it gives us another damage reduction and makes us immune to freeze and chill. Experimenters of Grounding, immunity to shock, and also gives us Onslaught, which is pretty sweet. We got Lion's Roar, gives us flat multi for melee physical damage and armor, because it is a granite flask. And a Serious Promise gives a lot of extra damage as chaos. But it kind of leaves me on a point where I don't have a warding flask. So I'm thinking of replacing it. I mean, I'm still trying things out, and you know, but warding can be a little bit annoying. I mean, sometimes you're just like completely paralyzed with certain curses, and sometimes you get like temp chains or all sorts of other curses, and when you have to wait out their entire duration without a warding flask, I find it a little bit annoying and kind of crippling. So I honestly consider dropping this, but we'll see what comes to that. Maybe get another seeding of warding flask or some other type of utility flask. Maybe we'll go back to the um, Quicksilver for movement speed. I'm not entirely sure. When it comes to Quicksilver, though, I mean, I am mostly just sleeping, so my move speed actually is not really like it doesn't really matter too much. But I mean, it's something to think about. When it comes to the passive skill tree, I ended up like the way it worked is, again, I picked up these items and I was like, okay, let's make a build around it. This build I made like myself. I didn't follow any kind of SUNDER guide that is out there. I basically tried to go for life, some extra area damage from the Templar area. So I basically picked up every life node I could get. Starting out with the melee physical damage, grabbed these life nodes right here, and then some more two-handed melee, attack speed, more life. Then I started branching out. Basically, when I first started leveling, the path was like through here, and then all this life, and immediately into Resolute Technique, just so I won't have to deal with. Just so I don't have to deal with accuracy and all that stuff. Then I started just going through the life node. The mana reduction cost of skill helped me as I was leveling up, and also nice little cluster here of life. Yeah, once I picked up these, I went up to the Templar area, grabbed even more life, amplify and attribution definitely helps. Then I think, yes, then after we did that, I started branching out, down here and getting these in a later stage. But then once I finished with, Resolute Technique and everything I just described, I went down here, grabbed Art of the Gladiator, which was kind of nice because at that point in the leveling I kind of needed dexterity for Blood Rage and for other dexterity skills, and I couldn't get it, so it was like perfectly kind of timed. I guess I got lucky there. Picked up some more physical damage, etc., etc. I picked up the the Endurance Charge duration kind of recently, but of course my priority was to go to life. You know, right over here we got some nice leech and more physical damage here, and there's another cluster of the two-handed melee weapons right here that I'm considering taking. I'm also considering maybe respeccing a little bit, because right now when I'm doing mapping, I sometimes have a little bit of problem with like leeching and like leech speed. Sometimes I have to go back because I don't leech fast enough. So maybe, probably not. I probably should have thought about it, or maybe even started as a duelist. But like Valpak seems to be very, very impactful node that I just didn't consider when I first made the build. So again, I'm just saying this is not like a guide, it's just an update on where my character stands. I kind of wanted to share. This is of course, yeah, we picked up all this huge life cluster, yeah. This is just like an update of how or where my character stands right now. And it's just I'm kind of just like happy because it is my first character that I'm planning like completely on my own. It's my third character. And it's actually worked. I mean, it's not entirely my first character I'm playing on my own, but it's the first one that actually works. And I'm able to do, Shape Strand. With Double Beyond even, it's a little bit tricky sometimes, but I'm able to do it. I also do Phantasmagoria. Shape Primordial Pool. And as a matter of fact, I have one use remaining, so let's do this. Of course, we're going to re-roll it because less recovery rate of life and energy shield could really kind of give us a bit of a problem. So we're going to just try and get like a pack size in check and see. Cannot regenerate, huh? Elemental weakness is actually not a problem. Vulnerability is fine. Extra damage is cold, could be a bit rippy. And it's Malachi as the boss. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's get some leak stone. We're gonna take let's get an essence, a breach, and beyond. Alright. Actually, let's get onslaught. Actually, let's get essence. Let's see. This one has an extra essence there, so. Alright, so we got all of our auras, and I believe everything should be ready. I hope I won't die. I'm just making this video. You know, if I die, I die. It happens. I think I died like 10 or, let's see, 13, 12. So yeah, 12 times with this character. So it's not like terrible, but it's like not amazing. So yeah, like the attack speed of this character is in fact kind of like freaking frightening.
My mana is gone.
It's just a lot of fun. This guy like destroys. So you see, whenever I'm killing an enemy, the chest has like this effect where I take like chaos damage. So I kind of have to immediately go back and attack shit so that I won't like insta die. And also there's a bit of a problem. It creates sort of a problem where it's hard for me to loot things because whenever I freaking stop, I start losing some life, and the flask effect, you know, kind of like it drops. So I mean, it's my first melee character. I mean, it's just freaking awesome, DD. Oh, okay. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely high pace. It's definitely different from the Righteous Fire character, and you kind of have to make sure that you're on top of like everything. And I don't know why I picked that up. I wanted to do this. Whee! It's kind of scary. I mean, and you gotta make sure that you're not like you know, that you have your flasks up, and it really makes kind of a big difference. There's the War Chief. It deals damage, but I normally just like use it on single target bosses. I actually just like, I don't know what type of skill setup I could use for my other 6 links, so I ended up going with the Ancestral War Chief. It does kind of a lot of damage as well, so ended up being quite cool. This entire like melee experience is definitely interesting and new to me. So there is that, and yeah, it's scary. Like your life goes down every time. Right click on the thing. There you go. So I try to drop the Vol Lightning Trap whenever. Oh, Cyclone is level 18 or 19. So this was initially supposed to be a Cyclone character, but I really did not like the way Cyclone played. I think you need a lot of movement speed for Cyclone. I heard you can get some movement speed with the Ranger, one of the Ranger ascendancies. I don't know, I should look into it. Maybe I'll make a Cyclone Ranger. Okay. So yeah, everything is like ultra scary. Cause I don't know. Kind of also just came back home from work. I had just come back from like a night shift, so I'm not entirely 100% on everything. Bit tired, I mean, and
My mana is gone.
let's do the breach. Let's not die with the breach. Okay. Every once in a while he says my mana is gone, but it's really just fine, because he leeches and breaches like all the time. He leeches enough mana. I just need to hit something. But I mean, as long as I make sure that I oh god, this guy gotta die. He did not die. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh god. It's freaking tall. Scary as fuck. I'm dead. But it was tall, you know, it was tall. Shit, man, I almost made it. But, oh well. This is the video, this is the character. Try, if you like, play it. Die a little less than I do. Consider Vault Pact if you are thinking about this type of build. Let's just resurrect a checkpoint and we'll go through the ascendancy points. Because the last thing I think I forgot was... Damn it. Freaking tall. Anyways, so ascendancies. First thing I picked as I was leveling up on the normal was the Crate of Slaughter because of the movement speed. It allowed me to basically like just rush everything. You know, it gives you the attack speed. It's pretty nice. But like when I was about to finish normal, just having that increased move speed if you've been hit is making things a lot faster. You know, here we got some damage and attack speed, physical damage and life leech. Here we got, you know, some more leech, pain reaver, and here we got increase leech speed. There we go. So cloak in savagery and some more damage, some more leech. So all these, I mean, all these leech nodes, and they're the ones that basically give me all the sustain. When we're going to do the Uber Lab, I'm not sure when, maybe a couple more levels, we're going to grab the aspect of Carnage for 40% more damage. This is the tooltip right now, by the way, without any auras or anything, or blood rage or anything. I mean, that series is a pretty good. Definitely, you know. So I do that, and then I pop all my frickin' flasks, and it's 162 without any frenzy charges or anything like that. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good damage. That series is a pretty good weapon. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Wish I didn't die, but I did. RIP. And hope to see you guys on stream. Thanks for watching. Take care.